Netflix, I'm interested there. 550. Intern 560 calls here on Netflix. Submitting an order there for got filled there at 375 per contract on Netflix. I do like this push on NASDAQ as long as this does not fail right here. Needs to continue up higher. But Netflix, this little zone, 549, 550 to 548.50 is a key area to hold. I think we can get up to 554.50 if this area does hold. Netflix is lagging compared to Meta and Tesla. Big dollar push there on Netflix. Basically break even here. If this thing starts to roll back over, I'm not interested. Netflix at VWAP. Need to get above VWAP here. 552 and then straight back to 551.50. This thing is really spready right here. 50-cent spread on Netflix. Up about 5%. Netflix not really getting that steam I want to see. The 1 minute pulled up here in the middle bottom and then the 5 minute pulled up on the right hand side here. So there's a high break here. 552.25. Contract's about 8%, 7% right here. 552.50 incoming. Might put these contracts to break even here. I'm not liking this move. 552.50. That's the high. 552, 553. There we go. Nice little push up there. Let's break the high a day at 553.60. I'm about 16% here. 553.60. Looking for a high a day break. I don't know if we'll get it. Not liking that reversal. Below VWAP, I'm not liking that. Netflix is really struggling at 552. There's 552.50. Netflix 10% on these. 552 again on Netflix. Let's see if we can hold it. I'm not liking that 5 minute candle. It's not looking too pretty. New 5 minute candle here. Getting ready to exit. Still holding above 552 now. NASDAQ trying to come up on that. ES trying to come down. Finger on the trigger here. 552 fails on Netflix. It's been choppy this whole morning. There's 551. I'm taking that off there on Netflix. I'm looking at the SPX 49.75 calls. Currently trading at 49.54. I'm going to enter those. Sending an order for four. Ooh. I'm going to actually modify that order. Oh, I got filled there. 410 per contract. Got to be careful here because we can push right back down. It was not a good fill price. I meant to get it right down here at 49.70, 49.71. I entered up here 49.72.50, 49.73, 49.70, failing to hold there. Down 10% on these. Should probably go ahead and cut this since I'm wrong on this. It looks like there's a 49.70 retest. VIX still headed up. Need to see it hold above that 49.69, basically. I'll give it a 1 point difference. Ready to exit this on SPY. I'm not liking that fail below 49.69. Trying to push. NASDAQ having some trouble. I don't want to see this thing flush right on down. Need to get above 49.70, 71. Ready to exit these. I'm out of those. I don't like that hold there. 340 per contract. It's about a 15% loss on those. I just didn't like how it was consolidating below this 49.70 level. Moving to 49.64 is possible for sure. If we get that move into 49.64, 63, it could be another potential long opportunity back into 70. in the 90s. I'm going to enter there. Got filled at $4 a contract on the SPX call. Targeting 49.85 up here. These contracts aren't really moving like I want them to be. NASDAQ trying to hold that 2 hour. ES wants to fail. If we can get the sellers that it needs. We came up to 68 there. It might flush one time. The thing that's making me weary is the VIX going up so much. VIX came on back there, so I am liking that aspect to it. There goes a push, 66.25 there. There we go, nice little push. We're failing there. VIX still pretty high. NASDAQ, I'm not liking that fail there. Oh, I got filled at 380 per contract on this SPY call. I thought I got filled at 4. I'm not liking that move down there. If we can get some sellers might come in here. There they come. Sellers are coming in hot. Needs to get above 64, 65 again. It might want to touch 49.63 here. 63 is incoming here. These contracts are really getting away from me now. 63s again, 62s, 63s trying to hold. NASDAQ just in no man's land, so it's hard to judge. I'm liking the doji right here, right now. A lot of volume there on those candles. 63s. NASDAQ starting to try and push off that, trying to hold 17,630. Need to get above 66 here. It's down 9% on these. I'm getting close to break even here. 66.50 is my break even price. Need to see 64, 65 hold here. 66, 67, there we go. Back to break even on these. 67 is key. Coming back into 70s here. 70, 70.5. That's a nice little push up as long as we can hold that there. These contracts are not moving like they should be. Trying to get that push into 70s again. NASDAQ at the high of day here. Trying to hold it. Got to be careful and be cautious. I want to see it above 49.71. They're trying. A lot of orders there. 71s. This high right here is 49.73. I'm going to take that move here. Got filled there at 420 per contract. What had me weary was this daily demand here on NASDAQ, which we might get above that and then hold it. And ES can rally off this, but I'd rather take a long up here at 49.75, targeting 49.80, 49.90. Liking that ES consolidation here. I really am. Want to see ES break this low here. ES struggling at high of day. I'm really liking that ES hold on this like bullish pendant, I guess we can call it. It came back into this zone. But we'll see if it wants to break high of day. It had trouble there earlier. Meta, I'd be interested for a long to stop under 465.55. That could work. It's not in my level of interest, but it is going toward the 468. I like this little pullback. Find some buyers, push it up, trap the buyers up here, and then bring it back down. I'd like to risk $1 here. Stop below this low on Meta. I could see that happening. Depending on what ES does, still having trouble at previous highs of the day. Meta pulling on back there. I'm going to enter these Meta calls. Trying to get filled at 460 per contract. Order is open currently. Got filled there, 460 per got filled there at 360 per contract on the 470 calls. Stop. I want it below this low, but I can actually bring it down a little bit more. The stop could be 464.80 down here. That's the original stop if I were to get in up here. Coming into the stop here on Meta. That was a quick flush down. This area might offer support. Down 5-6% on these right now. Yes, back in this zone here. 4975.5 on ES. Down 9% on Meta currently. ES, I'm taking this long here. Got filled 350 per contract there. I like this dip down here. As long as this can hold in this area. Meta's still struggling here. Meta, I'm ready to exit. ES stop's gonna have to be 49.72. I'm in the call side on Meta and ES right now. ES getting that push. I want to see that push back into high a day here, 49.82. Still 6 points away. Meta trying to get that push there. Meta down 6%. SPX up, break even there. Stop's gonna have to be near or at the low here. Nice move on SPX. Keep going higher there. Let's get this volume start coming in now. Meta break even there. Meta flirted with that stop loss down here. It flirted. Sellers did come in and then volume started decreasing right down here. Buyers taking over on Meta there. Meta up 4% there. SPX up 7%. NASDAQ needs to hold that VWAP. Meta coming into previous resistance here, 466. I don't want these things to turn red on me. ES 5-minute candle looks crazy. We have resistance up here at 49.80. 49.78 on ES. Starting to get a little push up here. Ready to close my SPX position if I need to. I filled at 350, contracts at 345. Meta break even, SPX break even there. SPX up 12%, 15%, 17% there. SPX, I'm ready to. I want to see it come into the high up here, 49.80s. But we're going to let it play out. 49.79.25 there. 49.79.5. Getting ready to sell, depending on what we do with the 80s here. We might have a pullback consolidation here. 49.80.5. There we go. We need some buying pressure here. 81s. There we go. 82s coming. High a day coming. High a day right now is 49.82.75. Having trouble here at the 80s. 31% on SPX there. Weakness is showing there on SPX. 81s struggling there. I'm getting out of SPX there. Filled at 450 per contract. Good trade on that, about almost 30%, I think. There goes Meta now, 8% on those. Meta, I definitely want to see it up here at 468.50. We're still at 466.50. We have $2 to move there. Meta's starting to go. 10% on Meta. ES starting to head on up too. 49.80 is a key level on ES. Big volume on Meta there. ES having trouble at previous highs of the day. I think if we can get above this, we can really start seeing it push. This is going to influence my Meta trade too. 11% on Meta. 12% on Meta. Breaking previous candle highs at 466.82. 467.07 on Meta. As long as ES pushes and or holds this, we can see this high up here on Meta, 468.70. 467 trying to hold here on Meta. There we go. 467 20s, 30s. Need to see this keep pushing. 20s trading. Up 18% on Meta there. Might get a pullback here on Meta. Up 11% now. That really started to come on back there. ES struggling there. I'm ready to exit here on Meta. I'm just gonna watch and see. ES did break those highs. It's having trouble sustaining value above those highs. Meta trying to make a new This area of 466.80 is key on Meta. ES pushing, Meta starting to go. 467.35 is the high here. Breaking at it. Broke above it and then came right back down there. Up 19% on Meta there. Break those highs here. Don't want to see it come back down into 467. We need to keep going if it's going to go. 467.40s on Meta. Back to the 20s. We're struggling there. Trying to hold those highs here. We are in previous resistance. We got to remember that. And it's struggling. So it might be an indication for me to get out of these. Starting to fail there. Coming back down. I don't want to see it below this 466.80s. We need to start holding that to get that push into that supply. 467.30s. We're struggling there on Meta. ES is struggling too, but we are sustaining the highs. Above the highs there. Meta. Well, I don't like that. Oh, that's under 80s. Yeah, we cannot break this low here. It's going to show really a lot of signs of weakness. Meta back into 466.80, 467. I'll be interested to take it off. Can't get back into those 80s. It's struggling there with the ask. I'm not liking that push down on Meta. Let's see a push back into 80s one more time. I'll get out of these. No orders coming in there. There's 25 trading on Meta. I will exit at break even. I'm not letting this thing go red on me. NASDAQ, if it fails here, it's not going to look good for Meta or ES. NASDAQ is starting to fail there. Meta needs to get back in this 466.40. It's having trouble there, acting as resistance. Meta just lost steam up here. No more buyers that were coming in. Ready to exit Meta here. That's break even for me. NASDAQ coming down. Meta exiting break even there. It was a good entry on Meta. I just should have taken profits up there at 467.50 area. Meta, that looks interesting. Above 465.90. Stop under 465.33. It does look interesting. I already traded it, right? But I think this could be the move. I do think. Meta 470 calls. Meta, I'm interested in that with the stop under 465.40. Meta is really starting to go. Coming back into previous resistance there. Let's see if 466 can hold on Meta here. Meta, it's looking interesting. Maybe one more push down into 465.70. I might enter long. Meta that bull flag there. I should have entered long down here. I really should have entered long down there. I'm interested to see what happens. This red line is resistance. Trying to come back down here. I want to see a lower low be put in. Meta 466. Could be an interesting long here. Honestly, want to see it break this low. Meta trying again for that test up here. 466.75. There goes a Meta break. 466. It can continue off this because we did hit resistance again. It's the second time testing resistance. Gonna enter Meta 365 there. ES is starting to come down. Got filled there, 365 on Meta. Stop below the box. Stop down here. 465.35, 465.40. ES is coming down, NASDAQ coming down. I'm not liking that. Down 3% there. Into the 50s. We're trying there. Just trying to hold. 90s might act as resistance here. Be wary of that. Back in the 70s, 60s, 50s coming. We're getting a tank in the overall market. I'm ready to sell here. I'm selling there. I'm not getting filled. It's a bigger drop than I wanted here. Meta 465.30 is failing. This candle can turn red really quick. They're trying to hold it up, but Meta did break below that trend. 65.30 should act as resistance. There's 30s. A lot of volume there. Opened at 32. That's below. If this thing goes red, it's not going to look good. ES trying to hold previous highs. NASDAQ trying to hold VWAP. Rejecting off that. Trying to hold that on Meta. Meta can roll back over here to the lows. 465. Looks like that's exactly what we're doing. 465 incoming on Meta. Come on, Ike. I need to exit this position here. Oh my goodness. I fucked myself there. I should have exited way up there at 465.80 or 465.30s. Now we're holding and we're getting tanked on here. Coming to the low. Meta could really come flushing off this if we don't hold it. Back into 465.30s. I'm getting out, but I don't know if we can come up that far. It wants the lows, you can tell. If NASDAQ comes right off those, we're going to be donezo. NASDAQ trying to hold, but it's holding on by a thread. NASDAQ is really trying to hold that 715. Meta's trying to hold the 71s, that previous low. NASDAQ coming back into 17,718. Need to see a push out of here, back into VWAP. Meta struggling at 465. NASDAQ struggling there. Throwing out my order there on Meta. Still not getting filled. These orders are not getting filled on Meta here. 465 again on Meta. A lot of orders on the ask. 600 orders. 465.05. I'm setting my order there on Meta. Got filled there. 8% loss. As we know, I entered up here. I should have exited right here on this candle once we came down and closed below it. I figured we could try and get a push back up, but that never happened. Instead, I waited till down here at 465 area to trigger. It was acting as resistance multiple times for about 10 minutes now, and I was able to get that sell here. NASDAQ was struggling here at the bottom of demand. I didn't make much today. I did give back some of my profits with this last trade on Meta. The time was 11:50. I should have just stopped at 11:30. Meta, the move really came from this morning off that 4 hour zone. All right, guys, that's it for me today. I took, I think, 6 trades. I would definitely call that last trade on Meta over traded trade. I did take some pretty good trades today. That ES trade, I wish I would have held from down here to up here. That was a total of about an hour and 20 minutes to get up there for a 20-point move. I wasn't able to hold that. I exited here on that position. I entered another call contract here and exited up here at the 80s. That's all I have to say. I appreciate y'all watching. I know today was back and forth. I came out green. Not a big green day, just a small green day. I'm looking forward to the rest of the week trading, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did. Hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. Hit the notification button because I do come out with these videos every day, every other day, every week, just whenever I trade. I appreciate you guys for watching. I hope y'all have a good day. Stay blessed and peace out.